industry.
I
but
do.
I
I
thought
do
that
like what
was
he's.
really good.
I do like what he said about Snap becoming almost a brand, and I think that's the
Yeah.
reason they went to the Snap Inc. Essentially, is what their umbrella company is. Much like maybe Google went to Alphabet, so they can do a bunch of different things. And I know you weren't a huge fan of spectacles in the outset, but you've kind of come around and said, "Wow, that was a pretty decent idea."
I still don't know if it's something that's going to take off. I think people,
But the marketing behind, like, we're going
because
to drop vending
Snapchat
machines
is
for
cool.
24 hours, is pretty brilliant.
It was an okay PR move. It's actually a piece of content. I haven't seen anybody. Well, I guess I'm really not on Snapchat frequently, but
Yeah, you have to stop saying stuff like that.
are people
I just
using
watched-
spectacles
yeah.
right now to do it other than brands who are just trying to show that they're using them? Plus the view, in my opinion, being circular like that,
That's pretty cool.
I don't think it's that cool.
I mean, you see 180 degrees instead of 90 degrees, essentially.
Right.
So
no,
more
so it's,
screen
I mean,
space.
it's okay. I don't look at that and go like, oh my gosh. For me, the thing that I saw where I was like, these guys are
But to
crushing it was like the lenses.
Yeah, but the very Vaynerchuk's point, I mean, has Facebook, has Instagram, have they ever came out with an actual product to use alongside their app? Like, that's pretty cool.
But my point is that I don't know if Google has, and it was a failure. So I look at that
but they
as
weren't known as a social app first and foremost. I mean, Google Plus, yeah.
no, but still trying
Google
to go
Glass was a
go
whole-
from that digital/social only to creating a physical product.
Well, listen, I
especially
think-
something that goes on your face and records other people. I think that's a
Snapchat
challenge.
isn't as new and fresh as it once was 18 months ago, and I think I get it. They're trying to be cute and make the platform a little harder to use, and you have to ask a friend how to do certain things. They have to make it easier to find people that you want to follow. And the Snapchat, we've talked to Snapchat before, and we've asked them, what do you recommend to promote your account? And they say, put ads on Facebook and Twitter. I mean, I get it if you
It
drop.
works.
Yeah, sure. But I think for them not to be able to control that part of it, and obviously they have, you can buy lenses for $350,000, you can promote your TV show or what have you. But the fact that you cannot go to search, or you can't go to, popular accounts, or you can't go to an explore tab like Instagram and follow people like, oh, wow, their content's actually really fun. It's really cool. In the early stages, people, I think, just around the water cooler.
But on Discover you can, but those are just publishers.
Yeah, but those are just, there's 13 publishers. There's Cosmo, there's Daily Mail, and there's CNN.
Right.
You could follow them, Sports Center. But you're never going to be able to find even, like I said, I've said this before, like a Mark Cuban, a Kevin Hart, or whatever. If Gary Vaynerchuk, if you want to follow him, you have to follow him on Twitter, search on Google, look for a snap code. Hopefully he has it in his bio of his Twitter account. It's just difficult to do. And I think if you want to continue to grow, and Instagram is nipping at your heels every chance they get, I think it's time they move more mainstream and make it easier for every user. Because listen, I own a digital marketing company, and Snapchat's internal front facing app irritates me because it's like hard to use sometimes.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to make a change there. They don't have to go all the way to algorithm because they're not there yet. Because there's not enough people, I think, in the platform to flood your feed necessarily. But you got to be able to search for people that are good producers and make you want to come back to the platform over and over.
But
again.
I mean, they're clearly doing this for a reason, and I don't know whether they're more successful because they've, had that type of idea to make it harder to find individuals.
Sure.
Because
What I'm
I really
saying,
do
though-
think they want it to be like, you're my friend, I'm going to show you what I'm doing on a regular basis, rather than I'm going to project this to the world.
What I'm saying is you can play that game all day long, but what Instagram is doing, and just like what he said, is they're nipping
Right.
on your heels. Now you have to stop playing the we're cool, fresh, new game and ask your friend how to use a simple task inside Snapchat. They're going to have to go a little more mainstream, meaning make it more user-friendly, get more people on it. And if I want to follow Mark Cuban, I follow him, and he produces really great content every day. Guess what? Every day I want to open up my app and be on Snapchat and see if Mark Cuban posted something, more so than maybe your high school acquaintance or your good friend.
So, just out of curiosity, spectacles, in your opinion, at least from a PR side, is a good move. And I agree with you.
Right.
From PR, because I've heard about it a ton, we're probably going to try and use it for some of our client stuff just because why not? You might as well experiment.
Right.
But can you see them being successful with additional physical products? Like, do you think their next step and their best play is to continue down that path? Or is this like a one-time thing?
I think they'll continue to try. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
But if their next big thing was another product, would you feel like, what the hell are they doing? I really would. I would just think like, why would
for
you?
me, it would depend on, is that third, fourth, fifth product, does it help you produce more stories on Snapchat better. Like
But
this,
the phone does that.
no, but Spectacles gives you another element to make it 180 and give you more of a screen, essentially, more than your phone.
My thought is, personally on that, I felt like that's a step backward. Like something that was groundbreaking is those lenses. That I've seen everywhere.
What if they
and I look
had-
at that and I'm like, it's amazing. You can put a dog on your face. It's totally incredible.
Right.
When I see
By the way, you see
glasses that
Facebook
have
Live is you can do all that now.
all the lenses and everything. God Almighty.
Kevin
on,
Kevin
on live, huh?
Yeah, Kevin Hart did a Facebook Live and he had like a deer face and he had like a raccoon face.
To me, that was like the
Crazy.
groundbreaking thing because people.
Well, I
you
thought
know,
Snapchat had a little bit of what do you call it? I thought they bought out that technology, but
well,
either
they buy these firms that do it, but
then
you
somebody
can't.
else
You
comes out
can't
and
say that you can't. Put
facial
augmented
recognition.
reality or whatever it is.
crazy.
Yeah, but it is interesting, and the community really hasn't punished Facebook for being a copycat at all. There was like no backlash of, oh my God, this is such a copy that's so lame. I just didn't really get that vibe from anybody.
Yeah, but even in the early stages, but then you realize as a consumer, as a user, like this is actually a pretty cool feature. I like this better now, and then you just go with it. But it's got to be frustrating at the Snapchat offices. Like you wake up one morning, like not one morning, but multiple mornings, like you got to be effing. Because
Well-
this is I'll tell you what, like, Snapchat, stole hashtags from Twitter and social media platforms steal a lot from each other. But this has been like a blatant attempt over the last 4 months where Instagram stories and live and all that has just like, I mean, Snapchat doesn't have a live feature, but they've made like 5 moves to like pretty much try to go right at Snapchat, which is interesting.
Well, but imagine you're Twitter and you buy Periscope or you're Meerkat and you came out with live streaming first, a social live stream, which was brilliant. And then Facebook Live comes out and crushes. People just aren't using Periscope.
Well, then, Facebook just came out with 360 Live. That's going to be
World's first, premiering today.
yeah, and then that's going to be out to consumers for not consumers, but they're going to open up to more people. It's like a one-time thing now with Nat Geo, I think. But YouTube's had Live 360 for quite some time now. But now that Facebook has
Yeah,
it,
but I mean, YouTube just is something that you go and seek out to try and find something. For Facebook, it just comes in your feed, and you're like, "Oh, that's interesting." So, the 360 Live is interesting.
I wonder if Snapchat will have like a baseball cap that has like a little mini 360 ball on the top, and then you can post stories 360 on Snapchat.
Yeah, I just
That might be the
and
next
at a certain
product.
point, I just don't know if like additional camera settings make the content that much better. Like higher quality video maybe, but I mean what you already have and what you can get on a phone, it's in terms of quality and like what you can look and see, most consumers I think would look at that and say, that's fine. It's just what am I going to see? If the content is good, everything else is set up for the content to be great, and then it's just a matter of making sure that that is the case.
Yeah,
and
but that's
our
like saying like, a camera's a camera. Why would I want to watch a phantom slow-mo of somebody blowing up a watermelon? Like, different content with different specs.
Right, but
and
I mean,
different-
but don't you look at the spectacle circular thing and just feel like I'd almost rather watch this just in the full screen? It's like less.
I saw I think an NFL team come out of a tunnel, and you're watching, you're going left and right, and I mean, it's pretty cool. It just gives you more. It's not like, oh my god, this is so incredible, but it's just a little bit of a different thing. So.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm running Snapchat,
You're
I
failing.
don't think I am going really hard all in on product launches.
I don't think they went all in, but it was a.
That's their only real big, adjustment or output for the year.
I mean, no, they just came out with groups too, where you can like talk in groups now, which is you only be able to do 1-to-1 before. They're making little small hedges, but I don't think that was like their answer to Instagram. Like, oh yeah, well, what you can't do spectacles.
Well, and
Like,
I mean,
I think from a PR standpoint, I think a lot of those vending machines were dropping all over the country, and people are like, wait a second, Snapchat, and I guarantee you more people downloaded the app or wanted to check it out
Yeah.
because of just hearing it through the grapevine.
We shall see. Only time will tell.